Good morning, class 8. This is your first online class and your first chapter is crop production and management. Food is one of the basic necessities of life for all living organisms. Food provides energy for carrying out all body functions, growth, development and body repair. It also protects our body against diseases. So the food we take gives us nutrition for the growth, development and all the body functions and fight against diseases. Among all living organisms, only green plants can prepare their own food. Animals and human beings are dependent on plants and other animals for their food. These all things you have studied in your previous class. Till 10,000 BCE, the nomadic people wandered from place to place in search of food and shelter. They ate fruits and raw vegetables. So in that period of time, there was no systematic organization of crop plantation and management. But in order to provide food for a large population, proper management and distribution food becomes necessary. The science that deals with the raising of plants and rearing of animals for human use is called agriculture. In other words, we can say agriculture, it is an applied science that deals with the mass production of crop plants and animals useful to human beings. Human beings के लिए फायदेमंद जो तरीके हैं क्रॉप प्लांटेशंस की और एनिमल्स पालने की, उसको हम एग्रीकल्चर में कंसिडर करते हैं. सो क्रॉप्स ऑफ द प्लांट्स ऑफ सेम काइंड ग्रोन एट वन प्लेस ऑन ए लार्ज स्केल. जब एक ही तरह के पौधे हम एक बड़ी सी जगह में बहुत सारे पौधे एक तरह के बनाते हैं, लगाते हैं और उगाते हैं, उसको क्रॉप बोलते हैं. द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ कल्टिवेटेड प्लांट इज कॉल्ड क्रॉप प्रोड्यूस. जो फसल मिलते हैं उसको हम क्रॉप प्रोड्यूस बोलते हैं. With an increase in population, humans had to learn to grow better quality of crops and increase in the yield. They learned more about the conditions that are required for the healthy growth of crops. So for a proper crop plantation, they have to know the proper method how they can get the healthy growth of crops, like the soil that is required for individual crops, importance of water, how much water is required for a individual crop, specific tools, what type of tools is required for proper agriculture, machines, importance of fertilizer, pesticides, that is the proper nutrition and protection of food from the pests are also required, favorable climate, etc. These things have to be considered before plantation of any new crop. In the past few decades, scientists have developed new hardy, pest-resistant, high-yielding varieties of plants. Based on these season crops are divided into two types, Kharif crop and Rabi crops. These type of crops you have already studied in your previous class, but still Kharif is the type of crop that is sown in June and July and harvested in the monsoon season. For example, rice, maize, soybean, groundnut, etc. Rabi crops that are sown in October and November and being harvested in March and April. For example, wheat, gram, pea, mustard, potato, etc. Now crops are also being divided according to their life cycle, that is annual, biennial, perennial. Annual crops, the crops that complete their life cycle from germination to the seed to the production of new seeds within one growing season. एक ही साल के अंदर अगर वो पनप के नए बीज आ जाती है तो हम उसको annual crop मानते हैं. For example, wheat, rice, corn, etc. Biennial, the crops takes 2 growing seasons to complete their life cycle. During the first year, the plants grow leaves, stems and roots and stops growing during the colder months. During that period, they store their energy in the roots. During the next spring or summer, the stem of the biennial crops elongates and produce flowers, fruits and seeds, thus completing the full life of cycle in second year. 2 साल लगा के जो plants होते हैं, नए बीज आते हैं, तो उसको हम biennial crops बोलते हैं. For example, cabbage, carrot, etc. Perennial crops. These plants live for more than 2 growing seasons and continue to produce seeds. These crops are harvested in multiple times. ये 2 साल से भी ज़्यादा टिकने वाले crops हैं जो कि बार बार आपको फसल देते हैं, फल देते हैं. For example, apple, banana, mango, etc. In a broad sense, agriculture include, अगर agriculture को हम एक broad sense में माने तो इसको 4 different types में हम divide कर सकते हैं. Soil management, crop farming, horticulture, animal husbandry. So these 4 types of things are considered under agriculture. What is soil management? The preparation of soil for any new crop plantation. Crop farming, the growing and harvesting of crops. How the crops have to be planted and cultivated, these are known in the crop farming. Horticulture, the growing and harvesting of fruits and vegetables, flowers of decorative plants, these comes under horticulture. And animal husbandry, the breeding and raising of livestock including poultry. Animal rearing की बात अगर करें, these are considered in animal husbandry. So all this is for today. Thank you.